Shake it up.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Diana Garcia, and I'm here with no other than.
Ayzha Jones, fashion designer here in Atlanta.
I feel like every single time you introduce yourself, I was like, but she also does.
A lot of things. I wear many hats: styling, fashion, everything.
Literally, she's everything in one. That's why I'm just like, let me actually let you guys know she does this, that, and the third. Like today, I feel like today I was like, but she also does. Remember that dress you saw on social media? That was
No,
her.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I feel like as females, we just kind of introduce ourselves like, okay, this, but it's
Right.
like we actually do a lot of other things, you know,
Right.
but we just don't really count them because you're like, well, that's the main thing, or you're like, oh shit, I didn't know, like.
Yeah, or you didn't really think about it. Like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good at that. I do that, but like, do I really do that?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Do I really do that? But it's like, no, you
But yeah,
really
you do that.
Yeah, yeah. That part, that part. All right. So kind of backtrack if you guys follow Shaking the Culture on IG. We did IG Live back in September.
November.
November. Okay, November. Okay,
Yeah.
November. So if you guys didn't check that out, I need you to go check that out so you could catch up a little bit on everything she has done and how we even came to meeting each other to me hosting her event to now. I feel like you're the only person I text consistently and actually reply
Pretty much
to.
every day.
Yeah, literally, like, oh my God, TikToks. Oh, look at
Yes,
this.
yes,
TikToks. I'm like, look
yes.
at this outfit.
Pinterest boards, all of that.
Everything, like anything. And yeah, no, and I'm so grateful for you and Alex because you guys literally, I'm like, yeah, you guys are literally what I needed.
Yeah,
Because,
no, I
yeah,
totally get that. I'm grateful for you too.
yeah, so I'm just like, oh my God, anything I like, you guys balance it out, you know?
Yeah, we're literally the dream team.
Literally, literally.
That's our
So
group message name,
it's
and that's what we are. We're the dream.
dream team, yeah, because even if it's like like none of us know about it, we're like, oh wait, we could figure it out, or like, let me Google it, let me YouTube it,
Yeah.
oh, let me go on TikTok. I'm like, oh, let's do this, let's do
We all
that.
kind of play our roles for each other.
Yes, like your fashion shoot, your birthday shoot. I
Yeah.
loved it. I loved
Yeah,
it.
I really appreciate y'all.
I loved it. I can't wait. This will drop after your birthday, but your birthday's tomorrow, and like, not to tell the time or whatever, but yeah, like I can't wait for you to drop those photo shoots. Were amazing. I loved it.
Yes, thank y'all because y'all helped a lot.
Yeah,
I made the clothes and y'all did everything else. So.
yeah, no, I loved it because everybody was like, oh, Alex was like, oh, I know how to do photography, so she had to control the camera, and then that's literally all we needed, and it was just like, there we go, created it, did it, killed it, and now it's
Just like
here.
everything else.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's go ahead and kind of reintroduce yourself. So you're a stylist, you are a fashion designer, you are an entrepreneur. I would feel like those are the three main things, you know, and then everything else just falls in between that stuff. But let's start back to how was your fashion show? How did you feel about your fashion show before?
Before it,
Like, were you nervous? Were you
I
like,
was extremely nervous. I didn't know what to expect because I had never put on, like, I've been to fashion shows, I've helped with fashion shows, but I've never put on my own fashion show.
Yeah.
So to be honest, I was actually completely surprised at how many people came, how many people helped, and just how it turned out. Even with the smaller things that happened,
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed and proud of myself. And
yes.
like, really, it was me and my family that
Yeah.
really put it together. So I was really proud of all of us.
Yeah, no, and you reached your goal.
We
How did you
did,
feel
we
about
did.
that at the end of the night when your dad was like,
I was so thankful because a lot of people, including myself, don't really think about how much goes into fundraising. And like when I had the idea, because but my mom was in an accident. She had a TBI. We went through all of this stuff. And I was just like, I really want to help people, long story short. And I was like, I'm going to raise $10,000. Sounds pretty easy.
right?
Right? But when you get there, it's like, people are really questionable to donate to someone that's never done that before. So it was our
Definitely.
first show. It was my first time reaching out to these people, to these businesses, and I had nothing to show for it. Yeah, I have this really sad story, but we all have a sad story, you know? So raising the money was really hard. But when we reached the goal, I was so thankful because a lot of the people that donated were people I know. And then those people that I know brought in people that they know. So it was really like a community thing. And I
Yeah.
was so grateful for that. So
No, I
Yeah.
bet. No, I feel like that's really what starts everything, or when things get to where they are or as big as they are is because you have so many people behind you in a community that's like, I believe in her, and you're young. Like, we're so young. So for you to actually want to do something that's going to impact people maybe that are younger, older than us, is like, dude, that's amazing.
Right.
And I love that you represent so much. Latina, you represent being a black woman. Like, I love that about you, and you don't take shit. You're like, this is my vision, and I'm gonna kill it, and I'm gonna, get it done. So with that being said, so at those moments where you were like, oh shit, this just took a left turn, what were you feeling like, or what were you
Oh,
thinking?
I'm a crybaby. So like I cried and I'll get it out and I'm like, okay, this is what I have to do. So,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll get it out and then I'm like, okay, this is what I have to do. And then I have people like my boyfriend, my dad, my parents that are like, all right, get that out the way. And then this is what we're gonna do. Or what do you think we should do? Or you know what, I think we should do this. So it's not just me. Like I have a lot of support
You
because
do.
if it was just me, I probably would have lost my mind a long time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
But yeah, so
That's dope. That's dope. All right, so now let's get into a little bit of fashion, where everything kind of started for you, how you are where you are now. Fashion. So, how do you keep up with the fashion trends? I've always wondered that because I feel like every year, every second, every week, there's a new fashion trend. How do you keep up with that?
I feel like, and I'm learning this as a designer, really, we make the trends. So I had to tell myself, like, stop going on Pinterest, stop trying to do what everybody else is doing on Instagram. And what do you like? What works for you? What do you want to do? You know, there is a lot of research that goes into it because a lot of trends are repeated, but just what do I like? What do I want for my brand? You know, what fits into what I want to do or the crowd that I want to cater to.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like that's what I'm learning for me personally. I mean, there's a lot of research. Obviously, I can go on
definitely.
Google, I can watch fashion shows, but for me, it's more so what do I think is right for where I am right now.
Okay, and so what do you think is right for where you are right now? What is that for you at the moment?
Well, lately I've been really into feathers and
Feathers?
velvet. No, feathers and velvet though. But recently I decided I wanted to go into bridal and evening wear. So it's more so of an elegant kind of thing that I'm trying to stick to. So yeah, that's where we are right now.
Okay, so what were your other styles you were kind of like, ooh, this is
So I started off with wanting to do evening wear. So I started playing with like little jackets, jacket type dresses. And then I was like, this is cool. But there's another avenue that I want to go to because I really want to be exclusive with my designs. So and I feel like with outerwear, in order to grow and expand a business, I would have to mass produce outerwear. That's just what that is. Versus me making dresses, I can make one-of-one dresses and everybody's going to love it. And yeah, you might like this dress, but when it comes to your garment consultation, you may have other ideas for it. And I love that. So I can customize it, make it exclusive. And that's what kind of pushed me into the evening wear. And I do want to go into bridal because
Yeah.
bridal is another field where you could be exclusive and really creative because, I mean, it's a wedding dress. It's not something
Yeah.
someone's going to wear every day. They want to be different. They
Yeah.
want it to be spectacular and super beautiful. So
That's dope. I can't wait to see you get married because I want to see how your dress comes out. Like, I could see, like, I remember you said you love the long tails. So I can't wait to see what kind of design you were like, ooh.
yeah, it's
let me
probably going
try
to be
this.
like either a really big ball gown or something with like a really long train for sure.
Yeah, so I was
For
like,
sure.
ooh, I can't wait to see that. Definitely. So with that being said, what's the most challenging thing for a designer?
Um,
Or for you specifically?
for me, it's the social media thing. So trying to learn how to market my brand on the business page because I can do hashtags, but finding the specific marketing, that kind of stuff for me is hard because like I want to just make the clothes and yeah, everybody loves it and everybody's flocking to me, but that's not how it is. So I have to learn how to market and the business aspect of it is really hard for me. Like I tell people all the time, if I could have somebody do the business stuff and I could just make the clothes,
That's the easiest.
that would just be literally my dream.
Yeah, no, I feel like definitely spoke about it. It's like, it's so easy. Like, we should create, but then people just don't see the aspect of, like, okay, now the
Yeah,
contract.
because there's a business behind it. I just really got into having contracts because, of course, I've gone through some things where I'm like, dang it, I should have had a contract because that would have saved me a lot of stress, especially
Definitely.
with making people dresses or meeting, per se, an influencer or someone with a lot of followers and them kind of taking advantage of me because we didn't have a contract.
Yeah.
So I'm really getting into that. But, of course, if I would have been more business savvy, then
Then
I
you
would
would
have
have
known
been
that.
known
But, yeah,
that.
I mean, it's all A learning experience.
Yeah, and I feel like because you didn't go to school for this, you were self-taught. So
Yes, I'm self-taught for sure.
so
For
that
sure.
part is just like, dude, the fact that you're taking these lessons and you're still young, so it's just like, okay, it's better to take these lessons now than till let's
Right.
say down
Yeah.
the
Oh,
road
yeah. I'm
you're like, oh
definitely.
shit.
It took me a while to accept that too. Like, okay, just do it. It's not gonna be super perfect, but you'll learn something.
Yeah,
So,
no, definitely for sure. So what's one thing? Oh, hold up. So how do you create? How do you collab? You know,
what do you mean?
such as if somebody wanted to collab with you, what do you look for? Do you just kind of collab with anybody, or is there a specific type of collab you're looking for?
As in, like another brand?
But
I
yeah.
haven't collabed with another brand. That's something that I'm interested in doing, but I'm not sure how I would go about that actually.
Okay.
Which is crazy because I've thought about collabing, but
Mm-hmm.
I've never collabed. Like I have a couple of friends that also design, but they're more so in the streetwear, and that's not really an avenue that I want to go to. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I don't want
No.
to do
Streetwear?
streetwear. Mm-mm.
Oh, but I could see it though because
Really?
yeah, I could see that you're more elegant, like not more elegant because I don't feel like that's a proper wording
Right.
for it. But it's like you love the finer things, you love the details, and
Yeah.
it's like the details because streetwear there's details to that, but then for more elegant stuff, it's just the smaller, simpler details make
Right.
things
Now, don't get me
just
wrong.
more.
I'll wear streetwear. I love sneakers. I actually have a fair amount of
The
sneakers.
sneakers, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'll wear the streetwear, but as far as me, that's not where my heart is as far as designing. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that's not just something that I can see myself doing. So.
Okay. You never know, shit.
Right. I mean, we don't know. This is
Yeah,
me
yeah.
speaking right now. In 10 years, I could be like, you know what? I'm going to forget the wedding dresses. Let's do streetwear. I don't know. But
Yeah.
as of right now, that's where my goal is and my heart.
Right.
So.
Okay, so with you, so how important is color when it comes to designing? Since you like to do bridal, so of course that doesn't have much color into it. So how important is using color and all these other aspects?
Well, I'm actually not big on color. It's crazy because the birthday dress that I just made, I wouldn't have chose that color on my own. Like I was going to do a black dress for my birthday
Yeah.
for sure. So it's just me cuz I like to kind of talk to other people around me that I know that know me and see where their head is as far as certain ideas that I might have cuz I could go out like in a space with an idea and then they're like, "Come back." You know,
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense or you can't have 10 ideas in one thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not big on color. I could have black and white or I could do like softer tones, browns and be fine.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff I kind of listen to people around me or I will be honest and say that I do kind of and that's where the trends come in where I would look and see, you know, what color is everybody wearing right
Ooh,
now. So.
okay.
Or what works with my skin tone or if I'm making something for someone and I'm like, you know what, a blue would work with your skin tone. Let's try that. But as
Yeah.
far as me just offer it, like I'm going to make a blue dress? Probably
Nah.
not.
Yeah, that's funny. So who came up with the color? Who helped you pick out this color that you wore for your dress?
My boyfriend.
Look, shout out to the boyfriend, okay? Because I feel like I love seeing you guys first and foremost because he's always there. Like you have an amazing support system with your family, your boyfriend. So shout outs to him for picking that color because that color looked bomb on
Thank
you,
you.
girl.
Thank
It looks
you. Yeah.
so
I wouldn't have
good.
chose that color. I literally was like, I'm gonna get black. I knew the fabric I wanted and I knew I wanted feathers.
Yeah,
Obviously.
because the fashion show.
Yeah, right? Like, I
the
was
fashion
like-
show, girl. Those dresses, you killed it.
Thank you. And it's crazy because when I thought of the idea, I knew I wanted to do velvet for sure. And I
Yeah.
wanted to do like diamonds, crystals. And literally I'm finishing up the collection. At this point, we're trying to pick the order of the dresses and I'm like, I want to add some feathers. So this is like 2 or 3 days before we fly to New York. And we are putting feathers on a dress. And that doesn't take 5 minutes. That takes a couple of hours. And we actually changed the feathers for a dress. Yes.
No
so this was like
way.
a couple of days before the show. And I was just completely obsessed with that dress that I was like, you know, I want to do more velvet and feathers. So.
Yeah, and then you did it for your birthday.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
fine. That's amazing. So who helped you with the feathers?
The same person.
Shout out to him because
person. No,
at the end of the day, I feel like he's gonna become a fashion designer, stylist,
right
too,
on
at
his
this
own. Like,
point.
because I'm starting to see that you have the eye. Maybe we need to help you out over there, get you something.
He could be your assistant and be like, look, I can't
Right.
decide.
That's what
You
I
take
said.
this one and I'll take
Right.
this
That is
one.
what I said.
Yeah, double the money, the income is just getting there.
Right.
Look, let me find
Yeah.
out. He's gonna have his own dress with feathers. Like, look what I made for you, babe.
Right. Like, exactly. Look.
Exactly. Giving you hints out there, you know, for sure. Okay, so with you becoming a fashion designer, so do you feel like styling comes easier for you since you already design your own clothes or dresses and gowns?
Styling for me is actually harder than designing. When I
Wow,
really
really?
think about it, yes, because there's so much more that goes into styling. After, obviously, excuse me, I have to pay attention to body types, skin color, hair. Like, all of that comes into play when you're
Yeah.
making a dress for someone. When you're styling someone, you really have to think about that even more. Like, I have to think about if she's self-conscious about her legs, then maybe we shouldn't put her in these shorts, or so styling is hard. And then you have people that are very opinionated too. So they might think that this looks good on them, and you're like,
No. What are
no,
you doing?
no, I think that this will work for you. So that kind of stuff comes into play. Like, I was actually doing more styling, and I decided, okay, let's do less of that. Like, right now you're the only person that I style.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so I do less of that and more designing now than I did before. But before, I was actually working with women that had just had babies. I had two
Oh,
clients that had just had
girl.
babies, and they were telling me how they felt like they lost themselves. And that, for me, because I love fashion,
Yes.
like, that is my life. I feel like I could be watching TV and I'm like, I just thought of an outfit. I'm gonna wear that next month when I do this. That's me. And so when I hear that, it makes me sad, because we have to wear clothes.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not love the clothes that you're in and love yourself in these clothes? So to be able to help them, I went to a thrift store, because obviously we had a smaller budget, with one of the moms, and she was like, wow, you really helped me. Even though we pulled 2 or 3 outfits, she's like, I love this. Now I know what I'm going to look for when I go to the store. And that kind of stuff made me feel good, because it's like, I feel good in what I wear. I want everybody to feel good in their clothes.
No, I honestly, when we first met up and you were like, "Oh, what is the colors?" and I was like, "Whoa, slow down, that matters." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like the color of the couch. What color is the background? I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, Ayzha, let's slow down."
We can't have a gray couch and you're wearing all gray.
Great, yeah.
So.
But I'm like, that makes so much sense though, because because now I'm like, okay, what is the other person gonna wear? What kind of person is that?
Yeah, so
now
you
you have me
just pay more attention to the
thinking.
detail, because it matters.
Yeah.
The smallest things matter.
And especially let's say you have fashion designers and stuff like that. They're gonna be judging, even though automatically
Everybody is gonna have something to say.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I love that now you came into my life and you got me together, because I'm like, okay, certain things I'm like, I don't know if I would ever wear that, and you're like, no, you could do it. And then when you show me a picture, and then I'm like, oh shit, this actually came to life. What? I love that. I genuinely love that. And you're like, oh, Amazon. I feel like you're an Amazon queen.
I'm an Amazon addict. I don't know if queen is the word.
I love it.
More so an addict. I think they got me with the 2-day shipping.
Yeah, girl, what saves every female every time.
I don't like to wait for stuff. I'm one of those people that as soon as I click purchase and it tells me that the payment was authorized, I'm tracking the package. I am watching it go from them creating the label to where it's at the front door.
Yeah.
Amazon, love it, because 2 days, cool.
Awesome. Love it. So what's your process of styling? You kind of mentioned the body type and the hairstyle and stuff like that.
Styling, I do a consult like how we did. I talk to people, or how I did with you. We talk about what you could see yourself wearing, or what pages do you really find yourself on as far as Instagram. And then we'll go from there. And that's how we came about with your blazers and the streetwear, mixing the sneakers.
Yeah.
So we'll do the consult. I'll have you create a Pinterest board, or just send me some pictures, some screenshots, and then I will ask you what you have in your closet.
Yeah.
So you sent me millions of pictures of
everything, everything.
Literally
this
everything
is my
in the
closet.
I'm like, okay, so I really think this will work with this. And then I'm creating photo albums and putting collages together of what you could wear. So that's more so the process for me. And then we will go to the store, how we went to Target that day.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, because I feel like you don't have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, and that's the part that you caught me. You're like, you could just get the simple basic things, which I've been knowing that, but I'm like, thinking about what I'm gonna wear. I have so many other things I need to think about. And it's just like, yeah, I'm like, oh my god, do I have the questions ready? Do I have?
Yeah,
Did it?
that's
You
true.
know,
That's
like,
true.
is my photographer gonna show up? Is the audio gonna be good?
Right.
Like, who am I gonna interview next? Did I make sure everybody has the right time? Like, so many other things. That's why I'm like, oh my god, you saved my life because now I don't have to worry about what I have to wear.
I got you.
So I'm like, this is just line. But yeah, no, that's amazing. Because like I said, shout out to you styling because I couldn't do it.
It's fun. I like to play dress up. So.
Yeah, and you get shit done. Like I love that you get shit done. If you might not be here, but shit is done. She's like, here, there you go. You know what to
were
wear.
Like, I'm going somewhere tonight, and I'm like, okay, just wear this.
Yeah, and it's like she already has the outfits together. Like literally,
I
last
actually have
minute.
an album in my phone that's called Diana's Looks. So,
That's
like, it's just screenshots. Yeah,
of
it's
everything.
literally just screenshots of what you've sent me and just things that I'm like, okay, I have some designer friends that make something that might work with these shoes that you have. So.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. Do you have a specific client you kind of would prefer to work with, if that makes sense? Or like, because with every photographer, with anybody that has some type of thing, there's a specific client they go for. So do you feel like you have a specific client you go for, or you're more kind of open, like, hey, you want to?
I would say I'm pretty open, but someone that's more so, as you said, I wouldn't say elegant, but someone that wants to dress up and really get dressy, because I feel like when I style or I make a dress, I'm like, you should wear these earrings, or you should do your hair like this, and more likely than not, it's going to be something more formal or more dressed up than streetwear per se, like everyday wear. So people that are going to events, people that are going to prom, people that are going to galas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
those
usually your cool. All right, so kind of talked about everything. Let's get to know you a little bit more. Okay, quick questions. Trying to get to know who Ayzha Jones is. Okay, favorite color?
My favorite color is pink.
Pink. I could tell because I feel like your nails are always pink.
Yeah, my nails are always going to be either French tips or some type of nude, or those are so cute. Or like a soft,
literally,
they're like the same. Or like a soft pink for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, favorite place to go eat at?
My favorite food is pasta. So if it has pasta and I've tasted this pasta before and I like it, I'm going to want to eat there. So I don't even know if I would say I have like a favorite place right now, because it's always changing. So if they have good pasta,
we'll see you there.
Yeah, right.
Definitely. What do you think? What's your best quality?
I feel like I'm pretty empathetic. Like I feel like for most of the people around me, I try to be a listening ear. I try to be that person that I want people to be for me. So I try to be there for people. I don't know if that would be quality, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I do love that. Let's see. What's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I don't really like random noise.
I feel
for some reason. I don't know, like any random clicking, any random tapping.
Oh, girl,
I'm like, can you please stop?
The chewing, please.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like any type of just random noise. Like, stop it. For some reason, it just came within like the last couple of years. I'm like, am I getting old? But
not if you're getting old. Okay, all right. And if you had to pick one fabric to create with for the rest of your life, what fabric would it be?
I don't know if in a couple of months I'm going to change. Regret saying this, but right now I'm really into velvet because it's soft. It looks really expensive. It stretches so you can move around in it. So I say velvet right now.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you for literally everything from the meetings that we have every week at the coffee shop, to the outfits, to literally everything. I feel like I can really talk to you about everything. I feel like I have talked to you about everything.
Yeah. And I appreciate you too.
So thank you so much. Where can we follow you at?
You can follow me at AYZHAJ _ and AYZHA official. So that's my business page, and Ayzha J _ on Instagram and TikTok.
And your website?
My website, wow, thank you. AyzhaOfficial.com, so AyZhaOfficial.com.
Yep, and TikTok.
TikTok is just Ayzha J underscore. It's just Ayzha J underscore. So my Instagram and my TikTok are the same, and my business is Ayzha Official.
Yes, and then she be on TikTok on it, okay, vlogs and everything. So you need to
Force
see.
myself, but
It's
going.
coming.
It's
going.
right.
It's going. Okay,
Right.
it's getting together. But thank you so much, and yeah.
Don't care, cash got cars. No lean
Thank
on my
you.
cars. Carhartt on my heart.
Out.
Tattoo on my scars. Tattoo my new scars. My life has been hard. See me in the light. I was in the dark.